if you can be okay with failing, if you can be okay with your business closing, if you can be okay with looking stupid, if you can be okay with feeling foolish for trying something, if you can feel okay with all of that, guess what totally loses its power? Fear. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And I actually can't believe that I'm saying this, but pre-sales for GLOCI literally open next week. Now, if you are on the text list, you will know exactly what day and when, and you will get the biggest discount that we have ever given and probably will give for GLOCI. And so all you have to do is text the word GLOCI, GLOCI, to 310-496-8363. That's 310-496-8363. And you will know exactly when it's releasing, all the details, what it is, and get the biggest discount, maybe ever. We shall see. All right. So with that in my life coming up, you guys, that's like, opening a business. That's like your launch. That's opening the doors. That's opening ticket sales. Whatever that is to you that you've experienced, it's like the pre-jitters of the big thing that you have been planning. Because of this, I have just noticed how much of your anxiety comes up, how much of your fear gets stirred up by these things that you believe are really big events in your life. And when I say you believe, of course I believe that too. So I have been doing a lot of extra work around this. And when I say extra work, a lot of it has been about manifesting. It's been about trusting. It's been about letting go of whatever outcome I think that I want in my head, because we all know that every outcome is just made up. And when we make something up, we obviously work to the amount of work that we decide to do is what we decide to do in order to fill it, in order to get the thing, in order to get the orders, in order to get the people in the room, in order to get the numbers that we want. And so it's the realization that everything that we are doing is put upon us by us. And also that we can also be what Gabby Bernstein calls manically manifesting. And I want to be in a place where I trust that it's going to go exactly as it should. So of course we have to make goals, and of course we have to set ourselves up to do all of the things in order to hit them. But there's also that part of us that needs to let go and trust. And a quote that I'm really holding on to, because I am listening to so many different things right now on manifesting. A big one is that I am listening to a lot of Gabby Bernstein stuff. I'm going back to my old roots, you guys. If you did not know, I used to listen to her all the time, read all of her books, and I actually coached with her one-on-one. And she wrote the foreword to my book. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go back to that place and to that teacher that really helped me get in a grounded place with being in a trusting position for when I launch this. So the quote is from A Course in Miracles, and it says, "Those who are certain of the outcome can afford to wait and wait without anxiety." I love this quote because it's a reminder that it's okay to wait as long as we want. And this launch does not determine the outcome of my business. It doesn't even determine the outcome of what my sales are this year. You simply have to start and collect data. Start with a goal in mind, attempt to do your best to hit said goal, and then readjust and learn from the data along the way. So I think that what we do and what I'm doing is pulling in all of the things that I think I should be doing now to have this launch that goes a certain way. And I'm remembering that we need to just get out there and try things and collect data, and also remember to focus on why I started this in the first place. And that is to not only feel so much purpose in my life, but to have something that I really believe is going to impact women in their daily habits and their daily rituals. And not just that, I want something that can also be something that's exciting for women to share. If they love it, I believe they should share it. And I believe they should have a great affiliate and ambassador program to get paid off of it. And that is what I am most excited about right now is the community. And so when I focus back in on the why in the community, it kind of lets all of this other stuff fall away, and it lets me trust and know that I can afford to wait and wait without anxiety. The other quote that I'm thinking of a lot is worry is a prayer for chaos. That's also A Course in Miracles. And it's a reminder that sitting here worrying or being anxious or worrying about all of the things that I feel like I should be doing, that's not actually getting me anywhere. And it's a repellent energy. The energy that you want to be in is fun and joy and remembering why you're doing this. Because why in the hell did we even start this thing anyway? Why did you get into entrepreneurship? Why did you get into coaching? Why did you get into podcasting? Why did you get into whatever you were excited about? Have you lost the reason why? Have you lost that whole point of why you feel like you exist on the planet and you created the vehicle and now you're stressed out because you put some form of pressure on yourself that you can't feel like you can get out of? One way to take that pressure and fear off is to learn somehow, work on somehow being okay with worst case scenario. You're like, yeah, I don't want worst case scenario to happen. Of course we don't. But if you can be okay with failing, if you can be okay with your business closing, if you can be okay with looking stupid, if you can be okay with feeling foolish for trying something, if you can feel okay with all of that, guess what totally loses its power? Fear. That failure. And until you decide to get okay with worst case scenario, it will always control you. And so the work that you might need to do and the work that I am doing right now is getting okay with worst case scenario, because then I don't make decisions from fear. Then I don't make decisions from the place of, oh my God, what if this doesn't work and we have to play it safe, or we have to be extra cautious, or I can't say how I really feel, or we can't take risks on that marketing because I'm too afraid of failing. When you stop being so afraid of worst case scenario, you can actually start functioning like the person that you know is going to make this thing succeed. So what do you want? We have to stop focusing on worrying and what we don't want and just get back to what we do want and what would be fun and what would make this fun. And why did I even start this in the first place? And how can I focus back on that place and get really present with each moment? What does that look like for you? Take that pressure off. Remember that you can totally afford to wait and wait without anxiety, because you can be certain that if you focus on those things that you're doing and living the exact life that you wanted to right now. The life that you wanted is not in the future. It's in the day-to-day building of this dream that you had. You've just lost all the fun because you've let it slip away to fear. You've given all your power away to fear because you're so afraid of something not working out or something negative happening. And if you can be okay with worst case scenario, then you free yourself and stop being controlled by your fear. So you guys, I am going to release a podcast this Monday all about the GLOCI journey, the thing that I have been talking about, the thing that I have been waiting to tell you all about, that I did not want to tell you from a place of fear, right? I wanted to be able to tell the story once I was back in my power. And truly, I can tell you that that is where I am at. And on Monday, I'm releasing that because we are going to be going into pre-sales as well. And I want to reward you, the listener, for always being here and supporting. And so I'm going to be sending that to you guys first on the podcast and giving you that link so that you can be some of the first, because we are doing a super limited run on our first run because we did not want to overorder and we want to make sure that all of the people on my text list, on my email list, and on my podcast are going to be the people who are rewarded first. So if you want to be able to try GLOCI, which is a skin routine that you can drink, it's a skin and gut superfood. You guys, I'm obsessed with it. I was just absolutely crazy about making sure this was something that really not only helps hydrate us, hydrate our skin, but has so many extra benefits for your skin and for your wellness. You guys know that I am also obsessed with daily habits. And I believe that this one thing, if you only do one thing a day for yourself, do this. Be intentional, drink your water, drink GLOCI, and take that moment to just know that you are worthy of taking care of yourself. And when you do little things like this, it reflects back to the universe that you believe you are worthy of being taken care of. And I just want you to have that moment with your water. And when you are just right away in the morning, or when you feel like you need a little boost, or when you feel like you need a moment to yourself. There are so many times, if you've listened to this podcast, I'm like, what do I need right now? I need to go drink some water, take a minute to myself, go take care of myself, maybe take some vitamins, and go on from there. But you guys, go check out what the ingredients are. We're going to be doing tons of podcasting with some doctors that we have partnered with on all of the ingredients and what they do for you. And those are coming out in the next couple weeks that you can all learn about. But for now, I would love if you tune in on Monday, set your alarms to go listen to the podcast and to go check out GLOCI. And again, if you want to get on that early GLOCI wait list, all you have to do is text the word GLOCI to 310-496-8363. And I'd love to have you be a part of that community. Our affiliate program is going to launch in the new year. So I'd also love to have you be a part of that, because that is going to be super fun. Think about being able to go on trips, be in different sort of like trips and mastermind groups with different people, some of our investors who are really well known in a lot of different industries, which can be super exciting for you guys getting to be in those rooms with these women. And I want to reward the people who believe in this vision. I want to reward the women who truly understand what I'm trying to do with this company. And I can't wait to get to spend time with all of you. I can't wait to reward the people who are going to go to bat for GLOCI if you love this product. So I can't wait to help you make money and pour into your visions and to get you in the room with these incredibly powerful women. So you guys, until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone. Hey y'all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait, because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys, make sure that you go subscribe to the show, Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it. Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities. You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar, and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start
which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also has influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at kajabi.com. That's kajabi.com.